Hi everyone, it's been a really long time since I've done a chess video because I've been pretty busy with school and work and just college in general, but today I'm going to do a live chess tactics session on ChessTempo. And I think tactics on ChessTempo are a really great way to practice your calculation skills and intuition. But some of these problems that I'm going to do today are actually very difficult, and they might take me in upwards of 15 or so minutes. So I'm not exactly sure how many I will get through today, but hopefully I'll get through maybe at least 3 or 4 and get a few of them right. So of course, you're always welcome to just pause the videos at any time to try and solve them yourself. And afterwards, you can unpause and listen to my thought process and see how I try and attempt to solve them. So yeah, without any further ado, I think I'm going to start. Okay, so in this position, oh yeah, and if you guys want, you can just pause the video right now. So yeah, in this position, it looks like Black's king is a little bit weak and, well, actually very weak, and I seem to have a nice attack going. And before I start looking at like concrete variations and stuff, I'm gonna actually count to see what the material is like, because maybe I just want to simplify off. So a quick look at it shows that Black has 3 minor pieces, I have 3 minor pieces. He has 2 rooks, I have a rook, so I'm kind of down a rook, and I'm also down 2 pawns, and we both have queens. So I'm down a significant amount of material, I guess. So I have to find something quick here before Black can figure out a way to consolidate and just win based on his material advantage. So let's see here. First thing I see is maybe bishop h6 check, and then after king f7, I don't think I have any more good checks because he's threatening to trade queens right now with queen takes h4. So yeah, I don't think bishop h6 works. So another check I can play. So obviously I'm looking for some forcing moves right now because those are the easiest to calculate. So maybe after queen h6 check, he has to go to f7, because after king f6 it's a mating 3 with bishop g5 check, king f5, queen takes g6 check, and then king g4, and then I have an actually pretty funny mate with h3, and yeah, I think that's checkmate. So let's go to f7. So queen h6 check, king f7. So either queen takes g6 or bishop takes g6. If queen takes g6, king e7, bishop g5 check. I don't know. He can probably even go king d6 and sacrifice his queen, since he has a pretty large material advantage. Because after king d6, if I play something like bishop takes queen, rook takes bishop, I don't really have that much of an attack, and he has a lot of pieces for the queen, right? He has 2 rooks and a minor piece, right? So yeah, so maybe after king d6, queen d3 check, and then he can block with knight d4, and I don't think I have anything else, right? Queen a3 check, c5, yeah, he defends everything. So I can't take with queen. So after queen h6 check, king f7, probably bishop takes g6 check. After bishop takes g6 check, if he plays, obviously he plays king g8, it's maiden 1 with queen h7 mate. If he plays king f6, I have a maiden 1 with bishop g5. So he has to play king e7 after bishop takes g6 check. So after that, let's see. I have all the light squares controlled, right? So I need to somehow control f6 and d6. So the first thing that I look at is maybe bishop to a3 here. Bishop a3. But after bishop a3, he can play d6. And queen h7, check, king f6. Do I have anything there? I don't think I have anything there. Yeah, I run out of good checks, because if I play queen h4 check, he takes my bishop on g6. So bishop a3 doesn't work. So maybe queen g5. Oh, I think I see it. Queen h4 check. Okay, I got it. Okay, so yeah, so queen h4 is actually a better check than queen g5 because after I play, all right, sorry, it's got to be pretty confusing right now because my thoughts are pretty jumbled. So all right, so the variation I'm calculating right now is queen h6 check, king f7, bishop takes g6 check, king e7, and then now I was deciding between queen g5 check and queen h4 check. So the difference between that is I'm intending to follow it up because with he has to defend with rook f6, right? Uh, Either of those checks have to be defended with rook f6 because if he moves his king onto d6, then bishop a3 is going to be mate very soon, right? Because he doesn't have the d6 push now. So after rook f6, if I play bishop h3, I can, if I play queen h4 check, after bishop h3, I can go to h7 and have another check. But if I play the check on g5, uh, it won't work out because I don't have a follow-up check. So after queen h4, so okay, let me repeat that again. Queen h6 check, king f7, bishop takes g6 check, king e7, and then queen h4 check. He has to play rook f6 to block it, and then bishop a3 check. If he plays d6, I have queen h7 check, king f8, queen h8 check, king e7, queen g7 check, rook f7, and then queen takes rook on f7 mate. So you can't play d6. Actually, no, that's his only move, right? If he plays king f, can't play king f8 because bishop a3 is still guarding f8. So yeah, if he plays bishop d6, I have the same mate. So I think that is the problem. I think that is the answer to this problem. So let me double check to make sure he doesn't have any other defenses to this, because this seems pretty forced, right? Queen h6 check. He has pretty much what, like I said, he can't go to f6, so he has to go to f7. And he also doesn't want to go to h8 because that's a mate in 2, right? With bishop takes g6, discover check, and then a mate on h7. So yeah, queen h6 check, king f7, bishop takes g6 check, king e7, queen h4 check. The important check, can't play. Yeah, it's important to see the difference between two different checks because they might look exactly the same, but yeah. So after queen h4 check, rook f6, bishop a3, d6, and then queen h7 check, king f8, queen h8 check, moves his king back to e7, then I get my queen closer to his king and threaten mate, right? Queen g7 check, and then the only way you can defend that is with rook f7, and then I take the rook on f7, and that should be mate. Alright, so this is a nice, I think, forced mate problem. So queen h6 check, I'll start that. Bishop takes g6 check. And then now I was calculating queen h4 check. And bishop a3. Oh. Okay, well, yeah, I think this is just a computer move, right? To stop mate, to see if any tricky defenses here. No, I think I can just take it, right? Knight b4, bishop takes b4, Probably gonna play c5 or something, try to delay it more. But yeah. Okay, c5, I can probably just take it. I don't know why like ChessTempo's like pieces go like off center. It's kind of annoying, but alright, after d6, I think I still have the original mate, right? Because he can't really escape over here, so queen h7 check, king f8, queen h8 check, king e7, and then I get my queen closer, and this should be checkmate. Alright, cool. So that was a 2,346 problem, so it took me, let's see, it took me 9 minutes to solve it. Alright, so I'm only gonna get through maybe two more problems here. So, alright, let's start a new one. Next problem. Okay, so in this position, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Black is up a pawn. I have a rook. He has a rook. I have the bishop here. He has the knights. And then, so basically in this position, I'm just going to be up a pawn. So let's see. What can I do here? It seems that black has some sort of attack going here. Not really. I have most of my things defended, right? Yeah, I think I have most of my stuff defended here. Alright, what can I do here? I actually don't have an idea right now. Because everything seems to be well defended. Okay, so maybe bishop e7. Does that work? He can just play a check though, right? With rook takes d8, so that doesn't seem to work. I don't know. What do I do here? Uh-oh, this might be one of the problems I'm not able to solve. Because I actually have no idea what I'm supposed to do here. Okay, well, it's time to look at some sacks. I can take the knight on c3. Wait a second. Oh. Wow, I'm stupid. Okay. I'm threatening queen takes b3 because it's pinned, right? Oh, I completely missed that. All right, queen takes b3. Queen takes b3. Wait, does that just win? Is that just a one move tactic? Because wait, material's even here, right? I'm a pawn up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Wait, this can't be right. Queen takes b3. Does that just win a piece? Queen takes b3. What defense does he have? Because now I'm threatening queen takes c2 check, right? So he has. Oh, maybe he can just play queen takes f5. Right, sacking his queen since my queen is hanging. But I still win something there, right? Because I can win another pawn with queen takes b2, check, king takes b2, and then e takes f5. So now I'm 2 pawns up. So that should be a winning advantage, right? So yeah, don't understand. Oh, or maybe, let's see, what's the difference in that position? Or maybe I can try to chase away the queen with bishop e7, what I was originally intending to do, right? Because now, now I see that queen takes b3 threat. So bishop e7, I'm threatening his rook on h8 and his queen on g5. So rook takes d8 check. Bishop takes d8. That just wins a piece, right? Yeah, okay, so bishop e7. Double attack. Oh, okay, bishop e7, queen h5. So now I can take the rook, play bishop. Oh, well, okay, maybe I just don't want the check, right? I mean, I could just play queen takes b3 now. Right, does he have any tricks here? Yeah, I think this is fine. Yeah, queen takes b3, rook takes d8. Doesn't matter which way I take it with. Yeah, I'm just take with here. It said bishop takes d8 was a good move, but not the computer's first choice. Alright, so it's gotta be king takes. I don't understand what the difference is, but okay. I played queen takes, so, you know, to prevent more checks and stuff. So, I mean, bishop takes to prevent more checks. So queen takes f5. I guess I'd have to take back this knight. Right, yeah, okay, so now I'm just up a bishop and some pawns. So, okay, that wasn't too bad. I can't believe I didn't say the queen takes b3 threat earlier. But okay, I'm going to do one more tactic before I end this video. So hopefully I get this next one right. Okay, in this position, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I'm up a pawn, both have queens, and I'm down a bishop, right? So once again, I have to find something quick before black just figures out how to defend and win with his extra bishop. So here I see that black's pieces are kind of passive, right? I mean, his bishop hasn't moved, his rook hasn't moved, and his king is in the center. But my queen is being attacked, so I probably have to attend to that problem right now. So, well, maybe I can play a rook c8 check. Okay, so if I... Alright, so let's see, forcing moves. Rook c8 check is a forcing move. If he plays king e7, that's a pretty easy mate in 3, right? King e7, queen h7 check. And can't really move out of the way, so he has to block with queen f7. I mean queen d7 and queen c5 is mate, right? Queen c5, queen takes. I mean queen d6, queen takes d6, mate. So can't go to e7, so the obvious other square to go to is d7. And then I need to do something about my queen. So probably just queen c2. Oh wait, no, I'm down a bishop. This is not good. Because I don't think I have any follow-up after queen c2, right? Or I can go to a6. But what am I threatening after a6? I'm queen a6. I have to stay on that a6 to c8 diagonal, right? Because my rook is hanging. So after queen a6, what's the idea? Do I sack my rook on c8? I'm running out of pieces here, so. Okay, can I set up some sort of mating net? Okay, maybe I play queen a6, because queen a6 is a lot more aggressive than queen c2. So after queen a6, what does black do? Bishop g7. Right? Try to untangle his pieces, try to trade off rooks, and yeah, win, obviously. So after bishop g7, I don't want to trade rooks. I don't know. So maybe rook c8 isn't right. Rook c8, check, king d7, queen a6, bishop g7. What do I have? Queen a7 obviously doesn't work because he just takes my rook. Oh, well, maybe bishop g7 is not good because I have rook c5. Threatening his queen and also threatening queen d6 check, right, if he moves his queen out of the way, and then mate. Because, okay, rook c5, attack the queen on d5, then he goes to, I don't know, like e4, and then queen d6, and then rook c8 mate, right? So, okay, maybe bishop g7 is not good. So what, other than bishop g7, what does he do? Maybe this is the right answer because it's very... Okay, he can play rook g8. Threaten mate in 1 on g2, right? So I'd probably play like g3. Oh no, I can't play g3 because he has a perpetual. Because after rook g8... So, okay, rook c8 check, king d7, queen a6, rook g8, threatening mate in 1. If I play g3, he plays rook takes g3, f takes g3, queen takes d4 check, king g2, and then queen d5 I think is a perpetual. It's important he doesn't capture on g3 with... I mean, it's important he captures on d4 with the queen, right? So queen d4, check, king... how do I escape? King f1, queen d3 check, king d1... Well, I don't know, I have to probably defend the pawns on the queen side, so... King g2... Well, yeah, it's pretty clear I can't really escape these checks, right? I'm stuck on the first two ranks. And I really don't want to go further in because I'm probably going to get mated. So, okay, so I can't play g3 because I get a perpetual. Or maybe, okay, so queen takes d4 check, king f1, queen d3 check, king d1. Can I afford to sack those pawns? Queen takes g3 check, king d2. I'm going to try to escape to the queen side. Let's see. Queen g2 check, king... Oh, king d3, queen takes h3 check. King c2, queen f5. Okay, I can't let him take the pawn on d4 with tempo, so maybe not king c2. King d2. Alright, this is too complicated. I don't want to play g3 anyway. Okay, so maybe g4. So g4 differences. You can't sack on g4, right? Because h takes g4. He doesn't have anything. Doesn't have any checks, right? Okay, g4. queen e4. So now where's my mate? My mate is... I don't get it. Oh, this is too hard. This video is already almost 30 minutes long. Okay, so this is definitely the last problem. How do I set up? Okay, I have to get his bishop to like go away to stop the defense from d6, because I really can't mate with a rook and a queen with all this defense around the king, right? So after g4, can black just afford to just develop, or like, no, I can't afford to develop yet. Can you play h5? And then what do I play? Because now he's actually threatening stuff. Because if I just like waste a move or something, he can just play h takes g4, and then if I take on g4, rook takes g4, king f1, queen h1, king e2, queen e4, I lose everything, right? Okay, so to start from the beginning, it's rook c8, check, king d7, queen a6, rook g8, g4, h5. If I play some stupid move like, I don't know, a4 or something, he's threatening h takes g4, h takes g4, rook takes g4, king f1, queen h1, or doesn't matter, queen h1 check, king e2, rook e4 check, king d2, bishop b4 check, king d3, queen f3 check, king c2. Am I getting mated? Rook e2 check. Where'd I go? King b1. Oh, and then yeah, that's main 2. Queen b3 check, king a1, rook a2 checkmate. So yeah, I need to do something constructive instead of just playing a4, obviously. But so yeah, he's threatening mates against me after h5. So what do I play here? I don't have any mate threats. Okay, maybe rook c1 threatening queen c8. Right? Because if I play rook c1, h takes g4, queen c8, check, king e7, and then rook c7, queen d7, rook takes d7 mate. So after rook c1, oh no, after rook c1 he plays bishop e7, right? He develops his bishop, now he guards c8. No, so rook c1 is not right. I have to keep my rook on the 8th rank to prevent his bishop from coming out, right? Oh, maybe... I don't see anything. I really don't see a single thing for me right now. I think I'm just lost. What's going on? So maybe, do I have to start in the beginning? Is rook c8 not right? I have to move the king? I mean the queen? It's hard to imagine that rook c8 is not right in this position because nothing else is very forcing. So maybe I have to think of a quiet queen move. If I just play queen a6, or what am I even threatening? Queen a6, bishop e7, maybe rook c8 now, bishop e7, bishop d8. Okay, that doesn't do anything. I'm still down a bishop. Okay, so not queen a6. Do I bring my queen over queen g4? No, that's not legal. Queen d1. doesn't do anything. Okay, where can I move my queen? Queen a5, bishop e7 still doesn't do anything. Oh, maybe queen a5, because bishop e7, rook c8, bishop d. Oh no, his queen still guards d8, so that doesn't do anything. So yeah, it has to be rook c8. Rook c8, king d7, queen a6, rook g8, g4, h5. h5. Okay, so I have to, alright, so a couple things we figured out. I have to keep my rook on the 8th rank to prevent his development, and obviously his rook would be hanging if he moved his bishop. And the second thing is I cannot allow h takes g4 to work because as I calculated before, I'm probably getting mated. I didn't look at all my king moves, but I mean, it's pretty obvious all his pieces go into the attack, and I'm probably going to get mated, so I don't want to deal with that. So how do I combine both of those things? And also, if I can deflect the bishop from the defense of d6, I might have something going for me. So maybe I play rook a8, threatening rook a7, rook a8. If he plays h takes g4, I've actually, no, wait. Yeah, I have rook a7 check, king somewhere. If he goes to e8, queen c8, yeah, I can easily mate him there, right? King e8, queen c8 check, queen d8, queen c6 check, king d7, queen takes d7 checkmate. If he goes to d8, I have queen b6 check. If he goes to c8, it's mate in 1 on c7. If he goes to e8, I have queen, same thing, right? Queen b8 check, queen d8, queen takes b5, and then mate on d7. Okay, so maybe that's right. Yeah, I just have to reroute my rook to a8. Wait, he has queen takes a8, queen takes a8, h takes g4. No, but this should be a winning endgame, right? I mean, it's still tough, maybe, but I'm gonna have a passed pawn, and he's probably just lost there, because. Okay, so let's see. Rook c8 check, king d7, queen a6, rook g8, g4, h5, and now the move we're looking at is rook a8. So he has to defend rook a7 check. Black can try queen takes a8, queen takes a8 check, king d7. I mean, h takes g4, queen b7, king e d8. No, not d8. Queen takes f7, right? So king e8, queen takes b5 check. I think I just eat all the pawns and then try to promote my a pawn. So queen b7, well, king e7, queen b7, king e8, and then a4. Or no, I take on g4 first. Wait, no, I have to defend d4 because he has rook takes g4 and then rook takes d4. Oh, okay. Actually, how about instead of rook a8, I just play rook b8, so I don't have to deal with that. Does that work? Same thing, right? Still threatening the check. So instead of rook b8, he doesn't have queen takes a8, checkmate, right? I mean, queen takes a8, and then he defends against the checkmate. So yeah, rook b8 is still threatening, just rook b7. Actually, no, not rook b7. queen a7. Yeah, queen a7, king c6, rook b6 mate. So that kind of ladder mate. Okay, so maybe I've gotten it right. Let's see, how long has it taken me? It's taken me 17 minutes. Damn. Alright, so I think I'm going to try this. Because after rook b8, how does he defend? Queen c6. Queen c6, rook b7. Yeah, that's going to get mated. King e8, queen takes c6, right? So I'm going to win the queen and just mate him. So he has to play queen takes b7, queen takes b7, except the difference here is... What's the difference here? King e8, queen takes b5, king d8, queen b8 check, king d7. Oh, wait, no. What the heck? I don't get it. Queen b7 check. I'm just derping around now. I'm just playing random checks. King e8, queen c6, king d8, and then queen b6. There we go, queen b6, king e8. Now I defend on g4, and then... Yes, okay, that's good. Because also he hasn't taken on g4, that's the difference. So I think after almost 20 minutes, I figured it out, hopefully. Watch me play rook c8, wrong. Alright, okay, rook c8. Check. Alright, good. And queen a6, g8, g4, h5, and now rook b8. Come on. Yes. Now my rook is off the board because ChessTempo can't seem to render the pieces correctly. Alright, so okay, bishop d6. I actually didn't see that. Bishop d6, but I think this should still be pretty simple, right? Can I just take the rook on g8? What is wrong with this piece? Alright, rook g8. Because I'm still threatening mate on c8, right? So rook takes g8. I don't see anything wrong with that. Okay, alright, finally. Okay, so I think I'm going to call that a day for today's video, since these problems are taking me way too long, and I'm sure you guys are tired of me calculating random variations. So I hope that was somewhat instructive. Some of these problems were actually like really difficult, so maybe next time I'm going to set the rating of these problems to maybe like 1500 to 2000, so I can probably get in more tactics in, and I can also like not just calculate these endless variations and bore you guys to death. So alright, I'm gonna just end this video now. Hope you guys learned something, and I will see you guys next time. See you.